First time I ever got on the skateboard and voted, I felt good.
There was some public input to City Council and the Parks and Recreation Commission, which led the Parks and Recreation Commission to ask the Recreation Division to investigate what it would take to create a skate park here within our city. And the Recreation Division did some studies, looked at whether it was a possibility, created a report back to the Parks and Rec Commission. They approved what was being given to them in the staff report, and that went forward to City Council. And once City Council approved to move ahead with what was called then a temporary structure, then the Recreation Division was given the go-ahead to spend the allocated funds to make the original park happen. I was a college intern when I first came on with the City of Mountain View, and at that time we were doing the surveys for the skate park. So I actually came out here on weekends. I came out here various times throughout the day to try to get surveys from people. So I feel, looking back, my memories of the park relate to the process of a new park. So I was here when we were able to form the foundation of what would be a permanent structure within the city. So that's my memory. In 1997, the approval was given for the Recreation Division to create a 6,000 square foot temporary facility. And shortly after, we actually made it, it opened, and it was used by a lot of folks. It was used by a lot of people, adults and youth as well. And so in 1999, we were asked to move ahead to come up with plans for what is considered a permanent structure. And so we took surveys of current park users, what they would like to see as far as what the future holds for the park. Through those surveys, another report went back to City Council in the year of 2000 that stated what it was the skaters were looking for, what we could provide to the public, and for about a total of $80,000 approximately for a permanent structure to happen. City Council said go ahead, move forward, find an appropriate person to come and bring permanent equipment. And before we decided what elements to create, not only did we do the public surveys, we also created seminars and open forum for skaters to come to. We posted it here at the skate park. They said on this date we're going to talk about what the skate park can have and what they would like to have. So it was definitely a public input process. The public actually sat down with staff and the people that designed this park as far as where the elements would be within the park in relation to each other, how they can go from one element to another that was created flow within the park. So it was definitely, it took the input of not only the consultants, staff, but also definitely the public is the one that created this park. And that's what we have today, and it seems to be working out for the community.
I would rank Ringstorf 4.
Ringstorf, I think, is a decent skate park, but there's really not that much. Like, I've seen skate parks with so many more ramps, more rails, just everything. And
it's got the ramp, that's good, but it's pretty much the best thing it has been.
Some of the stuff in there is really useless.
It's ridiculous. It's small. I think that it can improve greatly, and it can soak up.
I think over time, if there's enough public input that's being provided to not only us, the Recreation Division, but maybe even City Council, other improvements can be made. However, right now it seems like the public is pretty happy with the results.
I think it's old, and I think it should stay that way. Yeah, I think it blows.
There's a number of benefits, and I can go into just a few. Number one, it's an outlet for not only youth, but also adults like to come and use this facility. It's a healthy activity to be part of. There's some risk-taking, which is healthy risk-taking, that we're being able to provide within the community. So I think there's a lot of benefits to a program like this. When City Council and the Recreation Division were looking for places to have a skate park here in the community, there were definite criteria that we were looking for. It needed to have a certain amount of space for the skate park. Needed to be in a place that was accessible to youth and adults, as well as where would it best fit within the community for residents, being close to neighborhoods, residences, and through a long process, it was decided this would be a great place to have it. We're close to public transportation, there's food right across the street, a community center, a pool. There's a lot of things already taking place within this area. It's in walking distance to even a lot of apartments. So this was a central location, found to meet all of the criteria. So I think that's, not that there's cons, but there were definite ways that the city looked at how can we make this the best location that we looked at possible. The current park is about 10 years old and it's been holding up very well. The City of Mountain View holds an annual event here. It's called Pro-Am Ring Jam, and that's where we do ask professional skaters to come do a small exhibition what people can do of various abilities here at the park. And we also provide live entertainment with high school bands, and so we try to get as much of the community here on that day, the young community, to come enjoy the park, see what it has to offer, and hopefully they'll come back on a regular basis.
I just wanna be loved.
I think skaters are hard to identify. The skaters can be everything from, with any group, extreme to conservative.
I first started skateboarding in 7th grade, 6th grade maybe.
About a year.
I've been skateboarding since I was 5, so about 13 years maybe.
So, depending on the type that shows up on a given day, you can have many different types of skaters. Varying abilities, you know, when people say skaters, I think that the general community might have a negative perception of it, but actually working here and seeing it day in and day out, that's not the case. They're regular people trying to live their lives, and again, there's extremes on every end of the spectrum, and we try to accommodate all of those.
Get from telling me you don't understand.